Colleagues, I just want to take a moment and welcome and introduce newly appointed Consul General of Lebanon to Los Angeles, His Excellency Charbel Nassar. He is here to celebrate the Arab American Heritage Month and was in City Hall, wanted to come by and say hello, and I wanted to take the opportunity to also recognize him. Thank you for coming and joining us, and welcome. And I look forward to the collaboration that we're going to do with the Lebanon sister city relations that we already have in place. Thank you, and welcome.
Thank you so much.
It's an 18-month training program. This is not for the faint of heart. And so these are folks that are working hourly. They come to our city, they work across the street, and on top of that, they're asked to pay for their parking, which is $180 a month. You know, sometimes we have hard days here and I'll want to go home and just eat a burrito in the dark. These people have to deal with these difficult issues 12 hours a day with little to no recognition. And so wanting to make sure that as we can support you, because you are the front lines, you're the people that are on that phone, just like Councilmember Padilla pointed out, and we need you to stay, we need more of you, and we need to support you. So thank you so much for your work, and hope that we can figure out how to help your parking issues.
You all are so important to all of us because as a leadership of this city, we know at moments when people are their most afraid, they're most terrified, they're most desperate, they don't call their council member, they call 911. And you are the people that they get representing this city and all of our forces, our firefighters, our police, every city staff member. You're the first person that they talk to before they access any of those services. And so there is no more sacred work in this city than the work that you all do. So I want to make sure you know how much we appreciate each and every one of you.
Good morning. You have 1 minute for the item and 1 minute for general. Go ahead.
Buenos días, pinche putos y jodidos, cabrones.
Good morning, fucking fags and people that are fucked, assholes.
Now, the goat herder there, the Armenian guy, says he's looking to clean up the valley, but North Hollywood has an illegal Skid Row shithole dump area there that he needs to clean up along with the rest of you.
So, Mr. Herman, you know the rules. I'm going to ask if you tie this to item 14.
I'm talking
or you can
about
speak
the
to it during
cleanup
general.
on Caltrans, sir. We're on item 14, right?
Yes, and it is a grant funding item.
Right.
So please stick to the item
So
or
it
I'll
has
move
to
you
do
to
with
general.
community cleanup, dickhead. I know what I'm talking about. That's the reason why you continue to fuck up my 1 fucking minute like a stupid fuck. Just let me continue my 1 fucking minute.
This is your last warning.
Hey, smoking scan, see how I protest?
Okay, general public
control the
comment. You have 1
narrative.
minute.
Now into my non-agenda public comment. This racist fucking Korean who eats dog tries to silence all of you here. He doesn't allow you to speak on the items. I was talking about cleanups, like in that fucking Lee area in Sylmar, and like that fucking bald-headed goat herder there in North Hollywood, and the other bitch that handles fucking Venice Beach. But none of you care. If you really cared, this fucking city wouldn't look like Gehenna. It wouldn't be a dump site for evil motherfuckers like you that support this fucking faggot shit about cleanups. It's okay to be a homosexual, but God hates you. Just like you, Grote. God hates you. Because you're a part of the problem. You are the narrative? No, I'm the narrative. I control the mic. I control the floor. Fuck you, Lee. Clean up your neighborhood.
Okay, your time has expired. To everybody who's here, if you're new or if you've been here before, we sincerely apologize for the language that's used. We do not control what Mr. Herman or any of the speakers say. We appreciate your patience, and again, we're sorry.
Hello, my name is Martin Barrera. Back in 2022, I was shocked to read an article in Reuters detailing that Alabama's part suppliers for Hyundai and Kia were using child labor. Investigative reporters found that staffing agencies had placed migrant children in plants. Today, I join you as a local resident and representative with Jobs to America to voice our support for resolutions and a motion introduced by Councilmember Soto Martinez. We applaud Councilmember Soto Martinez for introducing these important policy actions. Given the reports of children working at Hyundai Kia suppliers and other documented human and labor violations, it is imperative to ensure public dollars used to purchase our public fleet vehicles do not support these types of practices. We urge you to support these resolutions and motion, as well as supporting California Assembly Bill 1245 that aims to prevent goods produced through forced labor from entering California's public purchasing system by closing gaps in existing oversight, and also reinforce the state's commitment to ethical purchasing.
So I haul my butt down here week after week and make the same request. Issue public statements asking the governor to do a military-level investigation of public misconduct. I repeat, public. Any confidential communication will accomplish nothing. And if you're not willing to provide this highest level of oversight to your constituents, please give a coherent reason why not. The police are refusing to do serious investigations, and the district attorney is refusing to put accused criminals in front of juries in open court.
Good morning, City Council. I want to wish all a blessed weekend. I also want to acknowledge Bob Blumenfield for doing an outstanding job making Reseda Park look much nicer. The team spirit in your office is amazing. I'm also very impressed with the new park that is under construction at this time, and also your hard work involvement in the Latino community. You spent a long time in public service, and it's paid off. And thanks again for all your great work as a councilman.
Morning, sir.
Good afternoon. What would you like to speak to?
Yes, sir. Item 14 and public comment,
in
please.
general. So you have 1 minute for item 14. I'm going to ask that you start with that item specifically, and then you have up to 1 minute for general. Go ahead.
Good. Thank you. Candido Meras, former member of the Porter Ranch Pacific Plan. Yes, I go back that far. I would like to submit these photos to the council office.
You can provide them to the sergeants after your public comment. Go ahead.
Wonderful. Just a quick comment, Granada Hills, honestly, truly, you have to go there. It's one of the best
So,
communities.
Mr. Candido, you're welcome to speak that during general. I know you know the rules as well.
Absolutely. Let's
Please
14 is about streets, cleaning, etc. I want to show you, and just you folks don't believe me. This is what Reseda Boulevard looks just a few blocks away from from Granada Hills. You know, we're talking about street cleaning. Look at that. That's what it looks like these days. Oh, thank you, sir. That's what it looks like today. Let me show you the size of the weeds that's going to make Porter Ranch the next Palisades. Okay, folks, you think I come here just to bitch. I don't
General
bitch.
public comment?
That's the truth, what's happening. Public comment now, please, if I may. You know, just a few weeks ago, there was a gentleman in a motorhome who I talked about that was on Reseda Boulevard. He took off, the police had to chase him. He flipped over and he was arrested, but that was one of the people that was parking on Reseda Boulevard where all this is taking part. Last week, a young man died. His name is Kevin. Do you know who Kevin is? Does the council office know who Kevin is? He died on that same spot where there is no parking, but yet you continue to allow parking. Do you know why he died? I'd like to ask that to my council office. Why did Kevin have to die at that same spot where you folks should have stopped the illegal parking after night? I have 7 seconds. John, I love you, buddy, but you know what? We got to get this taken care of. If I have to die on this damn street, I'm not going to give this up until we...
Speaker, your time has expired. Next speaker. Mr. Candido, we need to move on to the next speaker. So at this point, you are disrupting the meeting because we cannot proceed with public comment. This is your first and only formal warning. Thank you for your public comment.
Thank you, Councilmember Isabel, for protecting transgender youth and choosing courage in a moment when so many are afraid to speak up. As someone who received this care as a teen, I can say clearly it saves lives. It gave me stability, dignity, and a future. Trans kids are children of God. They are loved and worthy and excellent as they are. They are not broken, and they do not need to be erased or fixed. In Judaism, the duty to save a life is one of the highest commandments. If someone helps protect a child's life and well-being, it is considered sacred work. Jewish teaching Jewish teaching also says every person is created in the image of God, which means every human life carries divine worth. And that commandment, love your neighbor, calls us to protect each other, and that includes transgender children. I thank you all for your leadership, and God bless you all.
So good afternoon. My name is Prab Rai. I am a Master of Social Work student at USC and a former community organizer. In my work across communities in LA, I really have gotten to see what housing instability looks like on the ground. It really decides whether or not people and businesses can stay rooted, whether families or children have stability, and whether or not our LA communities actually break apart or not. What's really stood out to me, though, is that even under this pressure, with rising costs and ICE raids, our neighbors still show up for one another. Organizations, step in to fill those gaps. But we really shouldn't expect communities to carry that weight on their own. So I wanted to take this time to really just urge council to continue to prioritize housing policies on the agenda with stronger tenant protections, rent control, and especially decision-making processes that center the residents and leaders of our historically powerful communities. I really think we have a foundation here to build on, and our communities are still resilient and powerful. Thank you.
Yes, so I do approve this. I'm just curious why we can only get a grant to remove graffiti. But anyways, I am in support of this. Obviously, there's big events coming up, and we don't want the world to see that our city is unfortunately filled with graffiti. On my commute here, all I saw was graffiti. And it's unfortunate. We're a better city than that, and I hope we can fix it, and we don't just need a Cal grant to remove graffiti and leave it open in the disguise of street art. So yes, I'll move to general public comment now.
So you have 1 minute, go ahead.
Thank you very much. The reason I'm here is I've been in communication with 3 out of the 15 council members. Unfortunately, no one has responded to any emails, phone calls, voicemails. It's atrocious, very atrocious. I work out in Warner Center in Mr. Blumenfield, I know he's not here, in Mr. Blumenfield's district. And I shop in Mr. Lee's district as well. And, as a constituent, all we want is respect. We're not some lowly life people, I went to university. I'm an actual CSUN alumni. I can actually say that. So yeah, thank you again, and I'll keep coming here if I have to. I mean, I need answers. I live out in Calabasas. They know me by face, and I get responses within minutes to concerns that I have. I don't want to, badmouth LA. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Tyra Rondia. I'm from the San Fernando Valley and a current Master's of Social Work student at the University of Southern California and also a Granada Hills Charter alum. In the mornings, I pass a vacant commercial building, which was once a church, but has been burnt down back in January. In the front, there's also a homeless man that resides there every morning. A few days ago, the LA County declared housing insecurity as a public crisis. I believe this issue has been a crisis, and that's seen with stories such as mine. Therefore, as we continue to share these stories, I hope that the declaration continues to create more discussion and accountability. Conversations that lead to measures that establish adequate funding to measures and methods focused on affordable housing accessibility, mental health, and more. Not only conversations of quick interventions, but conversations of prevention. Preventions of incidents such as the burnt down building on Parthenia and Burnett. Thank you.
Thank you. Good afternoon, council members. Thank you for your time. My name is Ria Vano, and I'm a graduate student in social work here in Los Angeles at the University of Southern California. I want to use this time to speak on housing insecurity in Los Angeles and the city's role in addressing it. We know that housing instability is strongly linked to increased mental health challenges, chronic illness, and barriers to accessing consistent care. Many individuals and families are spending a significant portion of their income just to remain housed, leaving them at constant risk of displacement. This is where the city plays a critical role. Policies around tenant protections, rent stabilization, and affordable housing development are key opportunities to intervene before people fall into crisis. Strengthening coordination with systems like the Los Angeles Homeless Services Authority and investing in prevention-focused strategies can help reduce housing loss and improve long-term outcomes. Addressing housing insecurity requires not only responding to homelessness, but actively preventing it through strong, proactive policy. This is a necessary shift towards a system that supports stability and not just survival. Thank you for your time.
So living costs such as housing keep going up in LA. When I went to places such as Las Vegas, which is just a 4-hour drive from here, and I met people who I met in Vegas said they can't even afford to retire in LA, even though they said they would love to live here. What can LA do to make it one of the most affordable cities in the country, and also hopefully one of the most affordable parts of the country where anyone who comes here can achieve their dreams and accomplish all of their goals in the city if they want to work hard?
What
Good
would you like to
afternoon,
speak
City
to?
family. Lionel Mara speaking for myself as an individual. General public comment, please.
Okay, so you have 1 minute. Go ahead.
Dear council members, for the past year, I have attended every city Charter Reform Commission meeting to advocate for my community in District 6 and for those whose voices often go unheard. I am deeply committed to civic engagement because I care about the well-being of the neighborhood I live in, District 6. And I want to help ensure that the people who cannot speak for themselves are still represented in the process. Throughout these meetings, I have consistently spoken and submitted written comments in support of social justice, fairness, and equitable representation. My goal has always been to encourage improvements in our city's government and structure, and many residents, myself included, feel that our voices are not being fully heard. I strongly urge the City Council to pursue meaningful reforms to make our city much better for the future. Thank you.
My name is Amy Percher. I have attended nearly every single CRC meeting, and I would like to ask every single council member to push hard for the presentation to come to the full council. The report is really not great, and they are hiding a lot of things in the legal portion of the reforms, specifically the mayoral powers. The increase in mayoral powers includes letting the mayor schedule a special agenda anytime they want without limitation. So Mayor Pratt could, in theory, look at City Council, schedule a special agenda 15 minutes later every single time. This is actually the watered down version. Originally, the mayor was going to be allowed to make a motion without a second. We also need more than 1 day of public comment in order to do this. So please push hard, fight back against this schedule, and hear the presentation at the full council. You all deserve a chance to tell them how stupid it is.
My name is Eric. I'm a photographer who's been documenting the city's response to ICE since June. I'm here once again to point out that, as I think you all know, you've got a major problem going on with the LAPD and ICE. I said it on Wednesday, but now Councilmember Rahman is back, so I want to drive the point home. On Tuesday, at the Board of Police Commission meeting, the OIG openly said that what happens at the MDC may be, quote, immigration related, but is not immigration enforcement. We've suspected it, but now they've said it. That's why they've been helping, and they have been helping. Councilmember Rahman, I know you're running for mayor in part on the strength of your pride in having helped craft our sanctuary city policies. Is that what you meant? We're a sanctuary city because LAPD doesn't help apprehend people, but everything else, all of those other parts of the process that go into what we consider immigration enforcement, it's all fair game? I hope that's not what you meant. I don't think that's what you meant, but the LAPD has now openly said that they are operating as if that's what you meant. If our sanctuary city policies need to be fixed, fix them.
Hi, my name is Morris Tafoya Cunningham. The City Council just voted to pass item 10, which is a cannabis item. I've been working in the cannabis industry for the past 6 years. Those instructions need to be amended to the Department of Cannabis Regulation to include all non-storefront retail license types, to include distribution, manufacturing, and testing, because testing is also important. Right now, it's just cultivation and delivery, and it's limiting the opportunities to increase marketplace participation that the motion purports to provide to the public. So I want the City Council to consider amending that motion and instructing DCR to look at all license types, not just cultivation and delivery.
My name is Valerie Lizarraga. I'm here today with Jobs to Move America to voice our support for 2 resolutions and a motion introduced today by Councilmember Soto Martinez. JMA conducted research over 2 years and found concerning practices within the automotive manufacturing industry, specifically in companies within Hyundai Kia's U.S. supply chain, which is published in our report, Hidden in Plain Sight. The report discusses documented instances of child labor, coercive prison labor, and unsafe working conditions that have led to preventable worker deaths at auto part suppliers. At a press event, a former worker, Mark Miller, who worked at a Hyundai supplier as a part of a prison work release program, shared his experience getting injured on the job. I was trained maybe 10 minutes on the job. If I couldn't do my job, then they just call the camp and report it. The camp would write me up and probably send me back to one of the dangerous prisons. The policy actions acknowledge these recent horrifying practices found in the auto manufacturing industry. Please support them. Thank you.